Okay. Good afternoon, students. So today we'll start that mole concept, right? So have you heard about mole? So how many of you are aware about mole? 1 mole of anything, yes, any substance. How many of you are aware about dozen? Huh? Yes. Dozen means what? So if I say 1 dozen, so 1 dozen equals to how many units? 12 units. Right. Great. 12 units. If I say 1 gross equals to how many dozen? 1 gross is equal to how many dozen? 12 dozen. 1 gross equals to 12 dozen. 12 dozens. And that is equal to 12 multiplied by 12 equals to how many? 144 units. Understood? So in chemistry, we study about matter, right? If you take a very small, say a small matter, right? And that matter consists of large number of what? Particles, small particles. These particles may be called atoms, molecules, or ions. If you take a small form of matter, like suppose say a piece of metal, iron metal. Small piece of iron metal contains large millions and millions number of what? Iron, atoms of iron. Understood? So that means, in chemistry, we generally study about matter, the properties of matter, the composition of matter, and matter consists of large number of small particles. These particles may be called atoms, molecules, or ions, right? So when I talk about 1 mole it's a larger unit. 1 mole is a what? It's a mole is a larger unit. Larger unit to measure the amount of different substances. So one mole substances, 1 mole means it's a huge number, just like 1 mole that is equal to 6.022 into 10 to the power 23. It's a big number, right? 1 mole means this number. If I say 1 mole of hydrogen atom, so what does it mean? 1 mole of hydrogen atom. H means 6.022 into 10 to the power 23 number of H atoms. Understood? If I say 1 mole of electron, 1 mole of electrons, protons, right? Neutrons, that means what? 6.022 into 10 to the power 23 number of electrons or protons or what? Neutrons. Yes. Okay, that is fine. Huh. Right? It's understood. So how many of you have understood? 1 mole means this number is called Avogadro's number. What is this number called? Avogadro's number, or that is written as NA. Capital NA stands for Avogadro's number. If I talk about 1 mole of oxygen means how many atoms are there? 1 mole of oxygen, how many atoms are there? Yes, please. Please, it must be interactive. 1 mole means what? 1 mole of any substance is 6.022 into 10 to the power 23. If I say 1 mole of oxygen atom equals to how many atoms then? 6.022 into 10 to the power 23 number of atoms. Clear or not? So I am relating this mole with the number of particles. If I say 1 mole of, say, nitrogen atom, how many atoms are there then? N atom. If 1 mole of N, how many atoms are there? Come on. 1 mole of nitrogen, how many atoms are there? Come on. 1 mole. 1 mole means just like 1 dozen. 1 dozen means how many? 12. Right. 1 mole of nitrogen means what? 6.022 into 10 to the power 23. Number of nitrogen atom. Suppose how many atoms are present? Find the number of atoms present, number of nitrogen atoms, n atoms, n atoms present in, or find the number of nitrogen atoms present in 2 moles of nitrogen. Two moles of nitrogen, how many atoms in 2 moles of nitrogen, how many atoms are present? Yes, solve it. Come on. Come on. All of you please solve it. Very simple. 1 mole of nitrogen contains how many atoms? And 2 moles of nitrogen contains how many atoms? Yes. Apply unitary method and solve it. Apply unitary method and solve it. 1 mole of nitrogen contains 6.022 into 10 to the power 23 number of atoms. Clear or not? So 2 moles contain how many? So clearly, according to the mole concept, 1 mole of N contains, according to the mole concept, 6.022 into 10 to the power 23 number of atoms. Number of two moles of N contain how many? 2 multiplied by 6.022 into 10 to the power 23 number of atoms, right? That is equal to how many? Yes, 12.044 into 10 to the power 23 number of N atoms. Understood? 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 Yes. So this is same as, can I write like that? 2 Na. If I write 2 Na, number of N atoms, can I write like that? Because this stands for Na. This stands for Na. Yes or no? This is your Na. This becomes what? 2 Na. Can I write? So another numerical you can write. Another numerical you can write. Another numerical you can write. Please jot down. How many atoms are present in 2 moles of N2. 2 moles of N2, not N. N2. 2 moles of N2. Please. How many atoms are present in 2 moles of N2? How many atoms are present in 2 moles of N2, not N? N2, or what is the difference between N and N2? What is the difference between N and N2? If I write N, N means what? It is in atomic state. If I write N2, means 2 atoms combined together to form a molecule. In the molecular state, yes or no? Combined state, N2 is the molecular state. Agreed or not? Clear? So if I write 1 mole of N2, N2 means in the combined state, if I write 1 mole of N2, 1 mole of N2 has how many molecules? Has Na number of molecules. Na number of. Can I write like this? लिख सकता हूं ये लिख सकता हूं या नहीं? क्योंकि N2 जो होता है मॉलिक्यूलर फॉर्म में, राइट? एक मोल जो होता है N2 में कितना मॉलिक्यूल्स होते हैं? कितना होते हैं? Na equals to how many? Na equals to how many? 6.022 into 10 to the power 23. As it is in the molecular state, so it has Na number of molecules. But one molecule of Na has how many atoms? One molecule of Na has how many atoms? No. One molecule of Na, sorry, one molecule of N2, sorry, one molecule of N2 has how many atoms? One molecule of N2 has how many atoms? 2 atoms. 2 atoms. Yes or no? As you know that one molecule, can I write like this? So 1 mole of N2 has 2 Na number of N atom. Can I write like this? Because one molecule of N2 has 2 atoms, right? One molecule of N2 has 2 atoms. N2 means what? 2 atoms combined together to form a molecule. Yes or no? So 1 mole of N2 has how many molecules? 6.022 into 10 to the power 23 number of molecules. And 1 molecule has 2 atoms. Yes or no? So 1 mole of N2 has how many atoms? 2 into 6.022 into 10 to the power 23. That is same as 2 Na, right? And 2 moles. Now you can follow the unitary method. 2 moles of N2 has 2 moles of N2, right, have how many? 2 into 2 Na number of N atom. That is equal to how many? 4 Na. Clear? Is it clear? Okay. So this is, we are relating the mole, number of moles with the number of what? The particles. Like 1 mole of any substance, 1 mole of any substance is equal to what? How many number of, particles? Right? Like, say, Na number of 1 mole of hydrogen atom equals to Na number of hydrogen atom. 1 mole of electrons equals to 6.022 into 10 to the power 23 number of electrons. 1 mole of protons equals to how many? 6.022 into 10 to the power 23 number of protons. Clear or not? So let's relate the mole with the mass, right? So the another point you may note down under mole concept. One point is the 1 mole of any substance, has how many number of particles? Na number of particles. Another one is 1 mole of any substance, you know, Wax equals to its atomic mass or molecular mass expressed in gram. How it is? So what does it mean? Suppose if it is an element, right? Then 1 mole of that element Wax equals to its atomic mass expressed in gram. If I say 1 mole of, say, carbon, 1 mole of carbon, what is it? Is it an element or compound? Is it an element or compound? Is it an element or compound? Carbon. Carbon is an element or compound? Element. Right. So 1 mole of carbon, right, has a mass equals to, the mass equals to what? Its atomic mass. If it is an element, 1 mole of any element Wax equals to its atomic mass expressed in gram. Atomic mass expressed in gram. So 1 mole of carbon, if I say 1 mole of carbon has a mass equals to 12 gram. 12 gram. Its atomic mass is, because this is an element, and it says, so Wax equals to its atomic mass expressed in gram. Clear? But if it is in the compound, if it is in the form of, the substance is in the form of a compound, that time 1 mole of the substance, like 1 mole of carbon dioxide has mass, 1 mole of the compound has mass equals to, so that is, this point I have written molecular mass expressed in gram. Molecular mass expressed in gram if it is in the form of a compound. So what is the molecular mass of carbon dioxide? What is the molecular mass of carbon dioxide? Yes, that is equal to, carbon is, atomic mass is 12. There is 1 atom. Oxygen atomic mass is 16. There are 2 atoms, plus 2 into 16. That is equal to what? 44 gram. Clear or not? Clear or not? If it is an element, you are relating mole with the what? The mass. 1 mole of carbon equals to its, because it is an element. 1 mole of carbon, what the mass of 1 mole of carbon is equals to its atomic mass expressed in gram. So that is 12 gram. Clear or not? So CO2 is what? An element or compound? CO2 is an element or compound? CO2 compound, right? So 1 mole of carbon dioxide, Wax equals to what? Its molecular mass expressed in gram. Molecular mass of carbon dioxide is 44 gram. Clear or not? If I say 1 mole of, say NH3, find the mass of 1 mole of NH3. Go. Find the mass of 1 mole of NH3. Come on. Find Find the mass of 1 mole of NH3. Nitrogen atomic mass is 14. Hydrogen atomic mass is 1. So now we find it out. Find the mass of 1 mole of ammonia. One mole of ammonia. What is it? One mole of ammonia. Calculate. Nitrogen atomic mass is 14. Hydrogen atomic mass is 1. Calculate. NH3 is ammonia. Come on. So ammonia is an element or compound? Ammonia is an element or compound? Compound. So 1 mole of ammonia, yes, has a mass equals to its molecular mass expressed in gram. So 1 mole of ammonia has mass equals to कितना होगा? 14 plus 3 into 1. So it becomes 17 gram. 17 gram. Its molecular mass expressed in gram according to the mole concept. Clear? You find another one. Another one you write. Find the number of moles. Find the number of moles. Find the number of moles present in. Find the number of moles present in 3.6 gram of water. 3.6 gram of water. 3.6 gram of water. Find the number of moles present in 3.6 gram of water. Of water. 3.6 gram of water. Yes, find the number of moles present in 3.6 gram of water. Yes, 1 mole of water. Yes, has the mass equals to? Yes. What is the mass of 1 mole of water? What is the mass of? Yes. What is the mass of 1 mole of water? Is equal. Water is an element or compound? Water is an element or compound? Compound. So it's a. So what is the mass of 1 mole of water? Hydrogen atomic mass is 1. Oxygen, the atomic mass of oxygen is 16. So 1 mole of water has a mass equals to, can I write? 1 mole of 1 mole mass of 1 mole of water. Water equals to its molecular mass expressed in gram. 2 into 1 plus what? 16 into 1. So it is equal to what? 18 gram. Yes or no? 18 gram. Can I write 18 gram corresponds to 18 gram of water corresponds to what? 1 mole. In other words, can I write like this? Just by reversing the statement. 18 gram of water is equal to what? 1 mole. Yes or no? So 1 gram of water, unitary method, is equal to what? 1 upon 18 mole. Understood? And you are given 3.6 gram of water equals to how many mole? 3.6 divided by 18, that is equal to 0.2 mole. How many of you have got this answer? 0.2 mole. 0.2 mole. So what is the shortcut? Shortcut is this is given mass, this is molecular mass. This is given mass upon molecular mass. To find the number of moles, to find the number of moles of a substance, number of moles of a compound equals to given mass of the compound, given mass of the compound divided by the molecular mass of the compound. Right? So here this is molecular mass, this is a given mass. Clear? Is it clear? Is it clear? Suppose N2. N2 stands for nitrogen. Nitrogen, that is compound. It's in the combined state. Yes or no? N2. Right. Suppose 14 gram of N2 equals to how many moles? Find the number of moles. Find the number of moles. Find the number of moles in 14 gram of N2. Find the number of moles present in 14 gram of N2. Find the number of moles present in 14 gram of N2. N2. And not N, N2. Find the number of moles present in 14 gram of N2. What is the given mass? Given mass is, come on, 14. What is the molecular mass? What is the molecular mass of N2? Yes, nitrogen atomic mass is 14. What is the molecular mass? 28. So given mass upon molecular mass, 14 upon 28. So what is its value? 1 upon 2, that is 0.5 moles. Clear or not? How many of you have understood? How many of you have understood? Raise your hand. If I say another one, right? 8.8 gram, 8.8 gram, 8.8 gram of carbon dioxide. Find the number of moles present in 8.8 gram of carbon dioxide. Find the number of moles. Find the number of moles present in 8.8 gram of carbon dioxide. Carbon atomic mass is 12. Oxygen atomic mass is 16. Yes, what is the answer? Straightway you can apply the formula and get the answer. Straightway you can apply the formula and get the answer. Straightway you can apply the formula and get the answer. Straightway you can apply the formula. What is the formula? To get the number of moles? To get the number of moles, what is the formula? Given mass upon molecular mass. So, what is the given mass? Number of moles. This is the shortcut answer. Short is equal to given mass. What is given mass? Given mass of carbon dioxide divided by molecular mass of carbon dioxide. 8.8 upon what is the molecular mass of carbon dioxide? What is the molecular mass of carbon dioxide? 44. Carbon is atomic mass 12. Oxygen is having atomic mass 16. So 2 plus, this is 12 plus 2 into 16 becomes what? 44 unit. So this is 44. So this is 44 means what? 11. This is 0.2. Understood? Understood? Or any doubt regarding this? Any doubt regarding this? Okay. Now let's relate the mass with the number of particles. Combining, the point one states 1 mole of any substance, has how many number of particles? Any number of particles. Again, 1 mole of any substance has a mass equals to its atomic mass if it is in the form of an element, or if the substance is in the form of compound, X equals to its molecular mass expressed in gram. Yes or no? Suppose you are given a question like this. Lego. Find the number of molecules. Find the number of molecules present in 32 gram of 32 gram of methane. Find the number of molecules CH4 methane. Find the number of molecules present in 32 gram of methane. So I have combined 2 points. Like the point number 1 states, 1 mole of any substance has any number of particles, right? And another one is 1 mole of any substance has a mass equals to its atomic mass expressed in gram if it is in the form of an element, or has a mass equals to its molecular mass expressed in gram. Clear or not? Clear? So you apply both the combine both the statements together to solve this question. One mole of what? 1 mole of methane equals to how many grams? Yes, 1 mole of methane equals to how many grams? 16 gram. 16 gram. That is molecular mass expressed in gram. Yes or no? So how 16? Carbon is, yes, its atomic number is 12. Atomic mass is 12. 12 into 1 plus 4 into 1, because the atomic mass of hydrogen is 1. There are 4 atoms. So it becomes 16 gram. Yes or no? Becomes 16 gram. So this is also the molecular mass. Or to get the number of moles, you can do it like that. The number of moles you can find out. Number of moles. What is the formula of CH4? What is the formula? Given mass is 32. What is the molecular mass? 16. So it becomes 2 moles. 1 mole of methane has how many molecules? 1 mole of methane has how many molecules? 1 mole of methane has how many molecules? 6.022 into 10 to the power 23. Right. Done. Okay. कंप्लीट नहीं हुआ आपसे तुम्हें निकाल दिया ठीक है थोड़ा 10 मिनट है इसे रखना है right. Hello. So this 1 mole of methane, 1 mole of methane has mass equals to what? 1 mole of methane. So 16 gram, and according to that, 32 gram equals to what? 2 mole. Yes or no? So 1 mole of methane has how many molecules? Na number of molecules. Na number of molecules. So 2 moles of methane equals to, or has how many number of molecules? Has 2 into Na number of molecules. That is same as 2 into 2 multiplied by 6.022 into 10 to the power what? 23. But suppose you are asked to find out, right? 1 mole, please note down, 1 mole of methane. Find the number of electrons. Find the number of electrons. Find the number of electrons. Find the number of electrons present in 1 mole of methane. Find the number of electrons present in 1 mole of methane. Find the number of electrons. Find the number of electrons Yes, find the number of electrons present in 1 mole of methane. Electron I am asking. So 1 mole of methane has how many number of molecules? How many? 1 mole of methane has how many number of molecules? According to the mole concept. Yes, mole concept point number 1. 1 mole of methane has how many number of molecules? Na number of molecules? 6.022 into 10 to the power 23. So 1 mole of CH4 has how many? 6.022 into 10 to the power 23 number of molecules. Agreed or not? Yes or no? 1 mole, this is according to the mole concept, Na number of molecules. It is in the form of a compound. Yes or no? And in 1 molecule of methane, how many electrons are there? 1 molecule of methane has how many electrons? 1 molecule of CH4 has how many electrons? Has how many electrons? In methane, we have carbon atom, agreed, and hydrogen atoms. Yes or no? So what is the atomic number of carbon? Atomic number, not mass. Because how to get the number of electron? The atomic number gives us an idea about the number of electron present in an element, in an atom of the element. So atomic number of carbon is 6. So there is 1 atom. Yes or no? So the atomic number is 6. What is atomic number? It is the number of electron or proton present in an atom. It is the number of electron or proton present in an atom. If carbon has the atomic number 6, carbon has the atomic number 6. So how many electrons are there? How many electrons are there? How many electrons are there? Come on. 6. Yes or no? So the number of electron, so this is equals to 1 into 6. Hydrogen atomic number is, its atomic number is what? 1. How many atoms are there? How many hydrogen atoms are there? How many atoms are there? It's 4. So 4 into 1, because 1 hydrogen has 1 electron. So 4 hydrogen atoms have 4 electrons. 4 into 1, altogether 10 electrons. Yes or no? So this statement, 1 mole of methane has this much number of molecules, right? And one molecule has how many electrons? 10 electrons. Unitary method, right? So in other words, can I write 1 molecule, 1 mole of methane of CH4 has how many number of molecules? 6.022 into 10 to the power 23 into 1 molecule has 10 electrons. So this much number of molecules have how many electrons? Multiplied by 10. So 10 number of electrons. That is equal to how many? Yes, that is equal to how many? 6.022. That number is 6.022 into 10 to the power 24 number of electrons. 10 to the power 24 number of. So how many of you have understood this? How many of you have understood? How many of you have understood? Yes, how many? 1 molecule has how many electrons? 1 molecule has how many of methane has how many electrons? 1 molecule of methane has how many electrons? No, 1 mole of methane, 1 mole of methane has how many molecules? 6.022 into 10 to the power 23 molecules. But 1 molecule has how many electrons? CH4. So CH4, we have 1 carbon atom and 4 hydrogen atoms. In 1 carbon atom, we have how many electrons? 6 electrons. And right? So 1 hydrogen atom has how many electrons? 1 hydrogen atom has 1 hydrogen atom, 1 electron. There are 4 hydrogen atoms. 4 hydrogen atoms have 4 electrons. So altogether, one molecule has how many electrons? 10. So there are Na number of molecules and one molecule has 10 electrons. So that the number of electrons present in 1 mole of methane equals to what? Na into 10. That Na is 6.022 into 10 to the power 23 multiplied by 10 becomes 6.022 into 10 to the power what? 24. Understood? Understood?
ओके और तो मतलब कुछ अनाउंस नहीं किया एनडीए क्लास है ये शुरू हो गया